Okay, guys, just a little recap of what we did today in class, and then we'll take a look at what the homework was from yesterday. So this first question here, all right, we went over in class, so we're just going to review it. So we start with the line y equals x plus 4. We're going to dilate it about the origin by a scale factor of 2. So remember, up here we can read it. The center is the origin. The slope's going to stay the same. We're just going to take the y-intercept and multiply by the scale factor. So for our question, right, we know our slope's going to stay the same. It's 1. The slope, the y-intercept is 4. Scale factor is 2, so our answer should be y equals x plus 8. But let's actually take a look at how to do it like we talked about in class. So the first thing I want to do is talk about this line y equals x plus 4. All right? And what we're going to do is, remember the equation is y equals mx plus b. So the slope is 1 over 1, right? Rise over run. And the y-intercept is 4. So we'll plot the y-intercept. Okay? We'll go up 1 over 1, down 1, left 1, and we say up 1 over 1, up 1, right 1. Okay, so there's that line. Now from the origin, I just want to pick 2 points on the line. Okay, and I noticed here for the first point, I'm going to go over 1 and up 5. Okay, over 1 and 5, and I'm going to do it again, and there's my new point, right? So that becomes the point 210. All right, and the other one I have to go over 1 and up 3. So I'm going to do that again, and I get my second point, which is negative 2, 6. And I'm going to draw the line that goes right between those 2 points. So all I need to do here is locate the y-intercept. We can count it, it's 8. And then I just need to take my equation, y equals mx plus b, plug in my slope, which is 1. My y-intercept is 8, and there's y equals x plus 8. A little bit quick, but hopefully it's just a recap. Okay, so if you look at the next question, okay, here we have a line, okay, that's given, negative 2x plus 5. And we want to dilate it about the point 1, 0. So it's no longer the origin. So our rule we just talked about does not apply here. You can't just multiply 5 times 2 and be done. Okay? So first thing we're going to do, take a look at that equation. Get the m, which is negative 2 over 1. So this time it's down 2, right 1, or up 2, left 1. And the y-intercept is 5. Daddy's making dinner. Relax. So we plot 5. We graph our lines, right? Up 2, left 1. Okay? Right, down to right 1, and there's a line that goes through the points. So I'm going to pick 2 points on the line. And I'm also going to graph our center point, which is 1, 0. So there's the center, okay? Now, if you take a look at the y-intercept, in order to get there, I have to go left 1 and then up 5. So if I do it again, left 1, up 5, boom, there I am. There's my first point. Okay, second point right down here, right? That's the point 3, negative 1. So I have to go over 2 to the right, down 1. I'm going to repeat that, and boom, there's my next point. So I'm just going to draw a line that goes between those 2 points. I'm going to find the y-intercept. It's 8. We know the slope is going to stay the same because the lines are parallel. So my slope is negative 2. My y-intercept is 8. And there's my final answer. All right, so let's take a look at the homework from today. You can say hi, Ella.
Hello.
All right. So on the homework, this first question here, okay, the things we want to think about out loud. So don't just write down the answers, guys, because guess what? We are going to clear them, okay? You guys are all pausing it right now, aren't you? All right. So the first thing we're going to ask ourselves as we guys work through this, okay, is this is the last thing we're going to do, the equation on the line. So we want to ask ourselves, look at, here's our equation. We want to solve for y, okay? So when I do that, I'm going to have to subtract 2x from both sides. So if I start with, okay, 2x plus y equals 1. Okay, I'm going to subtract the 2x. Right, and I get y is equal to negative 2x plus 1. So now, I know the slope is negative 2. So my slope has to be the same when I dilate it. So this one's out and that one's out. Okay, next thing you want to do is check to see if our center of dilation, right, is on the line. And it's the origin. So that's 0, 0. And my y-intercept is 1. So that's no. The y-intercept has to be 0 in order to be on the origin. So the slope of our line is negative 2. And do you remember what we're going to do? We're going to take our y-intercept, which is 1, okay, and we're going to multiply it times the scale factor, which is 4. and that equals 4. That's our new y-intercept. So the equation is going to be y equals negative 2x and then plus 4. All right, and that's choice 2. Okay, let's go down to the next one. Start with the equation of the line. Y equals negative 3x plus 1. It's centered to the point 3, 8. So I want to know is my point on the line? An easy check is just plug in the coordinates. So is 8 equal to 3 times 3, right, minus 1. So is 8 equal to 9 minus 1? Why, yes, it is. So guess what? That means it is on the line. Boom. So the slope is going to stay the same. It's going to be the exact same equation. Okay, the equation is going to stay the same. So it's y equals 3x minus 1. The slope is going to stay the same. It's just 3 minus the negative 1, and boom, we got the answer of 4. That one's an easy one. Okay, the next one, same thing. We want to dilate about the origin. Remember, that means the y-intercept has to be 0 in order for the line to stay the same. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide everything by 3, okay, to get my equation. So I'm going to get y is equal to negative 2/3, right, x plus 8 over 3. All right, now it just says which of these could be its image. So I don't even want to know what the y-intercept is. I don't care, okay? All I care about is this guy right here. I want to know which one of these is going to be having the same slope of negative 2/3. So the equation of my line, right, is the center on the line? No, so it's not the same equation, okay? The slope of it is going to be negative 2/3. I'll show you which one to circle. And the equation of the line is going to equal something about y equals negative 2/3 x plus, I don't know. Frankly, we don't really care because remember, we don't want to know exactly what the slope is, the y-intercept is. We just want to know what the slope's going to be. Could be its image. So let's take a look at the first one. It's 2x plus 3y equals 5. Oh, you're way to limit it down. So when we do this, notice the first thing we have to do is subtract 2x, right? Subtract 2x. And this is going to give us 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. And then I'm going to divide everything by 3. And notice when I do that, right, what happens to our slope here? It's negative 2/3. It matches. It's the same. So that means our answer is choice 1. Circle it. Boom. That's an Ella answer right there. Get out of here. All right. So let's go down to the last two here. Okay. So on the last two, all right, the line y, all right, is transformed by dilation, the scale factor of 3, centered at the point negative 0, negative 3. Write the equation of its image. So if we solve first, right, divide by negative 2, everything is divided by negative 2. We're going to get y equals 3 over, well, negative 3 over 2x, right, and then minus 3. So what we want to do first is figure out is that point, okay, on the line. So if I plug it in, it's negative 3 equal to negative 3 over 2 times 0 minus, terrible looking 0, times 0, right, minus 3. This is just going to drop out because that's times 0, so that's going to go away. So I get negative 3 is equal to, right, 0 minus 3, that's just negative 3. And it checks. So guess what? The equation is going to stay the same. So negative 2y equals 3x plus 6. That's our answer. Or if you want to, we can bring this one guy back down, right? And write y equals negative 3 over 2x minus 3. Okay? And the next one. All right, transformation by dilation, scale factor of 3, center origin, center point is right there. So the first thing we're going to do is solve for x. So I'm doing negative minus 3x here, minus 3x here. Okay, so I get 2y is equal to negative 3. Remember, we're going to put the x first because it's supposed to be mx plus b.
Why can't you just tell me what to write instead of do this?
Because this is more fun. Divide by 2.
This is fun. I'm writing on the computer.
All right, so I get y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x plus, and this is 3 over 2. If you really want to do 1.5, that's fine. Okay.
1.5.
Oh, you're getting messy. Okay. So same thing. I'm going to plug in. So that the y value is 1. So 1 equal to -3 over 2 times 0, right, plus 1.5. And this is going to be no. 1 does not equal 1.5. But we have the y-intercept. It's 1.5, right? The scale factor is 3. So all we're going to do is take 1.5, multiply it by 3, and that's going to be our new y-intercept. Okay, this, right, 3 is 15, boom, carry the 1, 3, is 4.5. So our equation is y equals, keep the same slope, right? What's the slope we had? We had -3 over 2. -3 over 2, x plus 4.5. Ah, what are you doing? Go away. All right. And that is our answer there. All right, guys, hope this helped. Say goodbye, Ella. Get out of town. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow.